อื่นก็ขอสวัสดีทุกท่านก่อนนะคะดิฉันชื่อนางสาวนารารัตน์กำมลวัฒน์ค่ะเป็นตัวแทนจากบริษัท Decentric และซิต้าเชียงใหม่ค่ะก็ทางบริษัท Decentric ร่วมกับทางซิต้านะคะได้จัดทำโครงการ Digital Workers Resource Pool ขึ้นซึ่งเป็นโครงการที่ต้องการจะสร้างระบบฐานข้อมูลให้ผู้ทำงานทางด้านดิจิทัลแล้วก็ทางด้านไอทีทุกท่านได้มีฐานข้อมูลในการเชื่อมต่อกับนักลงทุนค่ะซึ่งในการลงทะเบียนนี้ได้ตั้งเป้าหมายไว้ว่าจะมีนักลงทุนทั้งหมดลงทะเบียนประมาณเกือบพันค่ะแล้วก็นักทำงานดิจิทัลลงทะเบียนทั้งหมดประมาณ 5,000 กว่าคนค่ะก็หวังว่าจะเป็นตัวเชื่อมหลักในการให้นักลงทุนแล้วก็ผู้ทำงานรวมถึงผู้ทำงานดิจิทัลได้พบเจอกันค่ะในวันนี้นะคะทางโครงการก็ได้เรียนเชิญมิสเตอร์เควินวอลเทนดัชมานะคะซึ่งท่านเป็น Business Development Director ของบริษัท Web Connection จำกัดค่ะแล้วก็ของเว็บ luxuryhunt.com ด้วยค่ะซึ่งท่านมีชื่อเสียงและประสบความสำเร็จในด้านวงการบริการดิจิทัลสำหรับอุตสาหกรรมโรงแรมเป็นอย่างมากนะคะและท่านมีความเชี่ยวชาญทางด้าน e-commerce ออนไลน์ marketing ออนไลน์ distribution revenue management แล้วก็ hotel management ค่ะซึ่งในวันนี้ก็หวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าทุกท่านจะได้รับความสะดวกสบายแล้วก็ได้รับความรู้เยอะมากค่ะเดี๋ยวทางการสัมมนาจะได้มีโอกาสได้ถามคำถามท่านด้วยค่ะขอเรียนเชิญคุณเควิน
สวัสดีครับ Okay, if I speak a little bit quickly for anybody today, please just put up your hand and tell me to slow down. I tend to talk quite quickly because it's there, but are you using it to its maximum capacity? So I'm going to go through a few things today, and it's going to seem as if I'm working backwards because I'm going to start with Channel Manager, and we're going to work our way backwards all the way to the first thing a hotel needs, which is a property management system, or a PMS, whether it be the legacy systems like Fidelio or Opera, or some of the new systems which are now cloud-based. So that's a little bit of background about web connection. As we were introduced, yes, we do many different things for hotels. So channel management is just one of them. Booking engines, websites, rate shopping tools, photography services, content services, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. So really the whole scope. Our focus is, of course, on independent hotels. So in other words, non-branded hotels, not chain-branded. But we do have some very high-level contracts with people like Intercontinental, with people like Best Western, people like Ramada. We do a lot of work for those chain hotels as well. But our focus is, and always has been, primarily on the independent hotels. Okay, so are you getting the most out of your channel manager? Does everybody here know what a channel manager is? Anybody not know what a channel manager is? Okay. For those of you that may be too scared to say yes, you don't know, a channel management tool is a tool where you can load up all of your rates and your allotments in one single place, and that system will then distribute it to the world. So, the first thing about using a channel manager is don't guess. Analyze what you're doing. It's no good just guessing what rates to put into the system. Make sure that the rates you're putting in the system have been analyzed. Make sure that you know what you're doing with those rates. Make sure that they are competitive against your competitors. Make sure they are competitive against the online travel agents. Otherwise, you're not going to get any direct business. So the first thing that we're going to look at is rate intelligence. So this is a tool that we use to make sure that we are putting the right rates into the channel manager. Without the tool, it's really a guess. Or if you are doing analytics on a manual basis, you're wasting probably half of your day doing rate shops, going to Agoda, going to Expedia, going to Booking.com, looking at what your competitors are selling. It's going to take you hours and hours and hours. So just to show you quickly what the rate intelligence tool does, I'm just going to play you a quick clip, and we'll stop and have any questions after that. So during the setup, you select who your competitors are. Here you're comparing your hotel against the OTAs. So you can make sure that your direct business is coming in and you have direct competitive rates. Okay, so that's step one of making sure that you are utilizing your channel manager to its fullest. Because if you're just guessing the rates and you're not using market intelligence, it's not really going to help you. You want to make sure that you have the best possible rates in the market at the right time, the right price. Right, so that's rate intelligence. The next thing that we talk about after rate intelligence is direct business integration. You will not believe how many times we see this, where the hotel is using their channel manager and they're religiously putting in their rates, making sure that they've used an analysis tool, the rates are correct, they've got their logins in, but they haven't connected it to their own website. So they're using a booking engine that's not compatible, or they're simply not using a booking engine at all. There are still many, many hotels out there that are either taking bookings by inquiry only or by email, and they don't have a booking engine at all. If a guest finds your website and you don't have a booking engine that's connected to a channel manager, therefore having the right pricing, they're going to close your website. So you've really wasted your money buying a website. A website is no longer an online brochure. A website, if not bookable, with instant confirmation, it's just a waste of money. Okay? So, the next step of that is direct business integration. Is your booking engine integrated? Okay? And what booking, we connect to many booking engines, but just to show you one of our own booking engines, for example, and this is one of the most important things, mobile. Is the booking engine mobile responsive? Because there are literally hundreds of booking engines in the market. And at the end of the day, a booking engine is a booking engine is a booking engine. They're all there to facilitate a guest putting in their details, confirming the booking, getting in these seats confirmation. But if the booking engine is not responsive, it therefore doesn't work on mobile or tablet, when the guest tries to make the reservation, forget it. They're going to close it, they're going to go to a Yoda. Or worst of all, they're going to go to your competitor. So booking engine is vital that you have your booking engine connected to your channel manager. If you don't, you're not getting the best out of your booking engine. So just to give you a quick demo of our booking engine, have a look at how it works. Very streamlined. Our booking engine is used by all types of hotels, from the 3-star right up to the 5-star hotel. We have probably close to 200 customers in the region at the moment using our booking engine, so it's quite a wide selection of hotels. Booking engine, of course, can be integrated into the website regardless of the design. We would integrate it based on the design so that you have seamless integration. Oh, sorry, why is it looking? Okay, so you would have seen during that short clip where we mentioned multiple languages and multiple currencies. This is absolutely crucial. We all know that, for example, the business coming into Phuket is becoming more and more reliant on Chinese markets. So your booking engine must be in Chinese. It's no good having a website that's in Chinese and when they try and make the booking engine's in English because they can't process that. And believe me, there's not only coach loads of Chinese guests coming into Phuket. We have got statistics we can see from our higher end clients, the amount of Chinese guests that are booking on the website, booking direct FIT travelers. I'm not talking Chinese buses, I'm talking FIT guests. And if they don't have their booking engine translated, we can see that the guest comes in and the guest drops out. They drop out immediately when they get to the booking engine if their booking engine is not able to facilitate their booking all the way through in Chinese. Okay, so we've looked at Channel Manager, where we get the rates from, where it must be connected to for direct business. And as I said in the beginning, we're going to be going backwards. So now what comes before your booking engine is, of course, your website. It's no good having a fantastic channel manager connected to your booking engine if you don't have a website that's working correctly. Okay? So to get the most out of your channel manager, you have to have a decent website. So direct business optimization. Is your website optimized? Okay? Now when it comes to web design, it's very subjective. Everybody has their own preferences in design. We have a huge range of products available in web design, starting from our entry-level template designs right up to our customized designs for probably the best hotels on this island. The one thing that is across all of our website platforms that it's the same is that all of our websites that we develop are 100% responsive. If it's not responsive, forget it. Okay? About 2.5 years ago, Google changed their algorithm from encouraging hotels at that stage to have a main website and a mobile website. They changed the algorithm that everybody now has to have a responsive website. If your hotel website is not responsive and somebody is searching on their mobile, and we know everybody's searching on their mobile, your website's going to be penalized and pushed further down the ranking list. Okay? It won't affect the person searching on a desktop, but as we know, the percentage of people searching on mobile these days is just growing hand over fist. Every day it's growing and growing and growing. So if you don't have a responsive website, you're going to be ranked lower. So that is the main part that I wanted to mention about optimizing the websites. Okay. Distribute far and wide. What do I mean by that? I mean, the more, the merrier. Okay? The more OTAs, the more online wholesalers you have, the better. Gone are the days where you have to enter everyone into a different extranet and there's more work. So here with the channel manager, the more you add to it, the better for you. It's not going to cost you any more. It's not going to take you any longer to manage that agent because it's all connected to the single platform. So the more you have, the better. And also use meta search. Connect to people like TripAdvisor. Our channel management tool will connect directly to TripAdvisor itself, where TripAdvisor are now acting as an online agent. So you can actually, when you go to TripAdvisor and you find a hotel, you'll see there's Booking.com, Expedia, all listed there. And now you'll also see a listing called TripAdvisor. In actual fact, it's not TripAdvisor making that booking. The booking is being made directly on the channel manager, and we just seamlessly integrate into TripAdvisor. So TripAdvisor are acting as an OTA, but they don't actually have their own system. They're actually just connecting to our channel management tool. So once again, the more you add, the better for you. Okay, one step back again, going backwards again. So we've gone from having a channel manager, we've made sure it's connected to the booking engine, we've made sure we have a decent website that's fully responsive, we've made sure we've added as many OTAs as we can, as many wholesalers that we can add. We've gone through the meta search, we've added in TripAdvisor. What comes before that? What does a hotel need? A PMS. That's the first thing the hotel needs, is a property management system. Now, before we get to this, we've connected to everything, everything's working wonderfully, you're getting hundreds of bookings coming in. Now your reservation staff are keying in those reservations to your PMS like crazy. Key, right? Getting all these bookings from Booking, Expedia, Agoda. And the more they key in and the faster they have to key in, the more room there is for errors. So why not integrate to the PMS? So we integrate into a number of PMSs, and of course we have our own PMS that we integrate to. What that means is we can actually connect it to use your live availability. So no longer do you have to go into the into the channel manager and say, I've got 3 rooms in this category, 2 rooms in this category. it's going to feed it directly from your live PMS. So if you have 3 rooms available, those 3 rooms will be available for sale. Okay? So let's say, for example, somebody makes a reservation on Booking.com. That booking will go to the channel manager. The channel manager will send that booking to the PMS. It will enter it into the PMS, so your staff no longer need to key that data in. The PMS inventory will then reduce by 1 because there's a new reservation in there. That inventory will update back to the channel manager, and that will update back to Booking.com and all the other OTAs in real time. So you're maximizing the number of rooms you've got, and you're minimizing your chance of overbooking. When I say you're maximizing the rooms you've got, is if you have 1 room in your PMS available for today, that 1 room is going to go to your channel manager, and your channel manager is going to tell every single OTA and every single wholesaler that you're connected to that you've got 1 room available on a first come, first served basis. Now, if you're doing this manually, you'll have to go to each OTA and each give them 1 room in allocation. And let's say you go for lunch and you come back and 3 OTAs have made a booking. You're now overbooked by 2 rooms. All right? With the system, you put in 1 room if that's what you've got, or the PMS. So no longer do you have the risk of overbooking your hotel, but at the same time, you're not going to be putting 1 room in Agoda and 1 room in Expedia, and then Seatrip will be screaming at you because why didn't they get 1 room allocation? So it's fair to all, everybody gets the same allotment on a first come, first served basis. So, the channel manager, we've spoken a lot about it already. What is it actually, and what does it actually look like? So I've got a short clip here where I can show you what our channel manager looks like, just to give you an idea. Make sure that you're getting the best out of your channel manager. So just to recap those steps. The first step was, of course, are you putting the right information in? So are you using a tool to analyze your rates? Are you using a tool to make sure that you are competitive? Right? The next thing is, are you connected to your own direct booking channels? Are you connected to your booking engine? Do you have a website that's being optimized? Are you connected to as many OTAs as possible? Meta search engines, TripAdvisor, etc. And that's Channel Manager. So if there's any questions, please feel free. Right, the Channel Manager in greater detail? Yes. Sure, I can do that. Let's have a look if I've got something for you. So the Channel Manager, how it came about is, obviously with the increase of OTAs over the last 10 years, first channel management system that came out was a product called Easy Yield out of the US, and it's now owned by, I think it's Sabre. Our product has been in the market now for about, I think since 2010, so it's been around for a fair amount of time. I believe it's probably one of the most stable products in the market. We actually have the largest number of connections that we connect to. We connect to over 300 connections. Not every connection is going to be relevant for every hotel. If you're a hotel sitting in Phuket, a website like London Apartments is not relevant. Okay? But of course, all the relevant OTAs and wholesalers for the market, we will connect to, that's no problem. As I said, it doesn't matter if you have 1 connection or if you have 20 connections or 30 connections, there's no additional fee, there's no additional work. I could possibly go into a live demo if anybody wanted to see that.
I want to see the channel manager, the list of all the OTA on the website, on the web connection website.
Okay, sure. Give me a second, I'm just going to check. By different types of systems. So we've got our online travel agents. You have a look here. Here's the list of the online travel agents that we connect to. Like I said, not every single one is going to be relevant to your property. And for example, people like Splendia or Mr. and Mrs. Smith, some of those are by invitation only for the hotels. So there's 252 OTAs that we connect to. C-Trip, of course, C-Trip is in here. GDS systems. GDS is not huge for Thailand, GDS is not huge for Phuket, but there are still some hotels that want to connect to GDS. GDS primarily is based for city hotels, but it is available if you want to connect. Wholesalers, so we connect to a few wholesalers as well. GTA, yes. Hotel beds, yes. CVS? I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. CVS, yes, it is live now. So you can see a few of them are coming soon, so that's why the development team is still working on. And then these are the live ones. Okay, so there we have 59 wholesalers. Hotel booking engines. So besides our easy booking, we connect to most of the booking engines that are available across Thailand. I think the biggest ones would be people like Synexus, Travelanium is quite popular, TravelClick is quite popular, WD or Bike Discovery, quite popular. Excalibur is another local brand that we connect to. So when it comes to Channel Manager, we have an open platform, an open policy, is we don't lock it down just to our systems. We are quite happy to work with a hotel that has a booking engine from a third-party supplier. They can still connect to our Channel Manager. We don't make use of all of our systems. PMS, that's property management system. Dropped out for 1 second.
แต่ถ้าจะเลือกสวิตช์จับที่ที่อยากดูแล้วก็ต้องใช้ของเรามีข้อมูลอยู่ในเว็บไซต์นะครับมาดูได้ช้าๆนะครับ Opera
This is 214 PMSs.
14 PLS.
CRS and RMS, that's a central reservation systems, and RMS is your revenue management systems. So for those people that are using a fully fledged revenue management system, we can integrate that directly into your channel manager. So that means once you actually use your rate intelligence tool, that will automatically update your channel manager, which will automatically update the OTAs and your direct websites. I can show you briefly. When you log into the channel manager, what it looks like and what the front page does. Okay, so for example, when you log in, you're going to see your dashboard, and this is going to show you your hotel status. So I can see I have one channel that's disconnected at the moment, and I can see that channel over here is Asian Travel being disconnected. Could be a million reasons why the hotels turn it off. They may be updating something. Channel rooms are all connected, 0, 0, or green, and you can see the channels that are connected to this hotel. On the right hand side, you can see what's happening today. So today I've had 24 bookings so far, and in the last 30 days I can see where that business is coming from. This is just your overview. Okay? Inventory, this is where you actually update your rates and allotment. Very straightforward. That is your allotment for that room type. If you wanted to change it, you can just click on it and change it. And the same with the pricing. Click and change. You can also use a bulk update tool over here, and this will allow you to update new seasons or longer periods as opposed to doing day by day. So if I went into my bulk update, I could say, for example, I want to change the rate, put in the price from when to when. I can add a different date range as well, and I can select what room type and what rate plan I'm changing. I also have the functionality here to use days of the week. This is primarily used in destinations like Phuket, where you have a very different rate from the weekend to the weekday. Phuket, not so much. Rooms and rates, reservations and channels. This is all about setup. Reservations is where you can actually have a look at all the reservations coming from all your different channels. So you're able to run reports from here that will consolidate all of your channels, so you don't have to go to Booking.com and see how many reservations, Expedia, etc. You can run a report that will show you the difference coming in. As you run an analysis report, a training report, which is for 2 months, but you'll be able to see your trains of your different channels. Okay. Any other questions about
ถือ
channel
ว่าชั่ว
manager?
คราวพอทุกอย่างพร้อมแล้ว
Who here is already using a channel manager?
ใช้
Anybody?
เวลาเยอะ
You are? Which one are you using?
เดี๋ยวถอดออกมาแก้
And yourself? Sidewinder. Okay, so you can see it looks exactly the same system.
It's the same.
The only difference is the logo and the support. Sidewinder Direct is from Australia, your support comes out of Sydney, whereas Channel Rooms from our company, the support comes from Thailand and Phuket.
pricing
Sorry?
price
Price. Depending on the number of keys you have. How many keys you have, and we can work out the pricing for you based on that.
120
Compared to Sidewinder? Are you asking the price compared to Sidewinder? Or are you just asking the price in general?
in general for
In
yourself
general, it's based on the number of rooms that you have.
120
170. 1 second, I'll check that for you.
but most of the rooms are booked by agent wholesale agent already, so it's kind of not worth it paying amount of 120 rooms for
I understand that, but it is, the license is based on the number of rooms in the property.
track it's 1 year or monthly?
We don't enforce a minimum contract on the monthly fees for booking into the channel manager. If you wanted to cancel, just give 1 month's notice. Yeah. Any other questions? Rate shopping tool. Okay, I can show you that as well. The ability to run a on-demand shop. But interesting, yeah, so this is, when we're on the grid, it's going to show you your hotel versus your competitor hotels. But when we go over to rate parity, it's going to show me my hotel versus the OTAs. So here I can have a look at, this is currently saying compare pricing. So I can see my price is 1307 versus 15 or 1383. But I can change this to show me the difference. And then I can see, for example, Booking.com is 268 baht more and 376 baht. Notifications. There's nothing set up at the moment for this hotel. Here you can edit your rules. Okay, if I want to add a rule, I can say notify me when what. One competitor or any competitor has a minimum or a maximum for any occupancy, or maybe two people or three people, over any number of nights, or over one night. That is 20%, or maybe I want an amount value, lower or higher than my minimum or my maximum price. Based on this rule, the system will send you email notifications whenever your competitor changes their rates, and it will activate this rule that you've written. Yeah?
The competitor is only what you have in the system there, or is it from?
No, you can select your own competitors. So you would load the competitors that you wanted. So each hotel has their own competitor set.
The question is where do we get the information?
The information comes from the OTAs. So it comes from Booking.com, it comes from Expedia, and it comes from their booking engines. So the system will actually scrape all of those systems to have a look for the best rates in the market. Your competitors will.
Do you also compare the user devices? Because there is a difference when I book from a Mac or a Windows computer.
Yeah, sure. So this is going to basically scrape the best price on desktop as opposed to mobile. Because some of the OTAs would have a mobile only rate.
I mean, a difference. When you book a hotel from a Mac, it's more expensive than you book it from a Windows computer.
No, I haven't heard that one before. Are you talking about on the OTA or direct? Direct to the hotel? On what booking engine?
No, when you give an example. We had the example that you have prices for different devices.
Different devices, yes, I can understand if you're on a mobile device. Yeah. Mac and Windows, there's no discrepancy as far as I'm aware. Years ago. 2 years ago. Maybe, and was it directly with the hotel's booking engine?
No,
or
it
was
wasn't.
So it was an online agent. So they may be doing A/B testing or something, I'm not sure. But at this stage, there's no discrepancy between. Okay, any other questions today? Very easy, understand everything?
I need to know for the rate parity with the source.
For rate parity,
On the OCD website, example like
Yeah.
booking.com.
yeah, it's coming from Booking.com. And it's coming from Expedia. And soon there will be a Godo as well.
Do you size rate the individual hotel or just OTA only for this feature?
This is the hotel here. So if we go back to pricing. So this is the hotel's price on the hotel's website. And this is straight from Booking, and this is straight from Expedia.
I mean the competitor.
But the competitor,
Yeah.
it depends on what booking engine they're using. If they're using a booking engine that we've already connected to, then we can scrape that booking engine. Otherwise, it will come from either Expedia or Booking.com. So you're talking about on the grid, on the competitor set, here, we can mouse over, we can have a look. This particular one was from Booking.com. If we were connected to this hotel's direct channel, booking engine, we could scrape from there. But it will also scrape from multiple sources and find the cheapest one and give the cheapest price. Okay.
For the rate parity,
Yeah.
you have different kinds of room type, but it only shows one.
It will show you your cheapest rate available.
Can you
No, not at this stage. It just shows the cheapest rate in the market for that day. So when you're looking at it, you may find your competitor on one day seems much higher than you for some reason. It could just be that their cheaper room categories are sold out, and the only available room is a suite on that day. Therefore, the rate is spiked.
It means we don't know for the good that part or no.
No, it's the cheapest price. Okay. All right, I think that's it then for me. Thank you very much for your time today. If you have any other questions, if you want to ask my colleague in Thai afterwards, by all means, feel free to do so. And we do have as well, for example, this rate shopping here. We do have a free trial if anybody's interested in signing up for that on a free basis. Okay, thank you very much.